Let's talk about a problem that quietly sabotages businesses every single day. Stock inaccuracy. You know that sinking feeling, right? Your system promises you have a product, but your shelves, they tell a completely different story. That one little gap between your data and reality, it can unravel your entire operation. So we're going to break down exactly why this happens, and more importantly, how you can fix it for good.
Okay, picture this. It's a scene we've all been in. You check your inventory system and boom, it confidently tells you there are 10 units of your best-selling product just sitting there, ready to go. You've got a customer waiting, an order that needs to be fulfilled. On paper, everything looks absolutely perfect.
And then reality hits. Your team goes to the shelf, and there are only 6. The other 4, they've just vanished into thin air. This one discrepancy, this is where it all starts. It's the first domino in a chain reaction that can seriously cripple your business. So, what is really going on here? Well, this problem actually has a name, and it's a pretty spooky one: ghost stock. So let's start by defining what it is and uncovering the real damage it's causing behind the scenes. Ghost stock is exactly what it sounds like. It's inventory that your system swears you have, but it's just not there. It's like a digital phantom haunting your warehouse, and believe me, it is the root cause of so many operational headaches. So how do these inventory ghosts even get created? Well, it's almost never one big event. It's really death by 1,000 cuts. You've got paper-based processes that create delays. You've got poor put-away discipline, which means an item is technically in the building, but for all intents and purposes, it's lost. Then there are those little unrecorded adjustments for damages or samples that slowly poison your data. And relying on a single massive annual stock count, that's just letting problems pile up for 364 days before you even bother to look. It all boils down to a lack of real-time discipline and accountability. And the result of all this? They are painful, and they are predictable. Ghost stock leads directly to stockouts and promising orders that you simply can't fulfill. Then, to compensate, you start over-ordering, which just ties up your cash in excess inventory. But, the most corrosive effect is on your team. They completely lose trust in the system and start creating their own manual workarounds, which only fuels more chaos. It just becomes this vicious cycle. All right, so the situation is bad, but here's the good news. It is fixable. So what's the immediate action plan? Let's look at what you can do in the next 24 hours to stop the bleeding. Look, when you're in a crisis, you don't need some 5-year strategic plan. You need decisive, immediate steps to regain control and start restoring confidence right now. This is your emergency playbook. First things first, start daily cycle counts. And don't try to count everything, just focus on your fastest moving items, the ones where errors hurt the most. Second, the moment you find a discrepancy, investigate and adjust the system right then and there. Don't wait. Third, get out there and clearly label every single storage location. Ambiguity is your enemy. Fourth, make it a hard and fast rule. No product moves without being logged, period. And fifth, if you can, introduce barcode scanning. It's a game changer for eliminating manual errors. These are quick wins that'll show immediate progress and start rebuilding that broken trust. Okay, you've stabilized the situation. You've stopped the bleeding. Now it's time to move from just firefighting to fire prevention. In this section, we're going to focus on building a long-term, resilient system that keeps your stock accurate day in and day out. See, to create a solution that actually lasts, you have to go deeper. It's not enough to just correct the numbers. You have to fix the broken processes that created those bad numbers in the first place. Getting to long-term accuracy really requires a core shift in philosophy. The old way, that one massive, super disruptive annual count, is just fundamentally flawed. It basically guarantees you're operating with bad data for most of the year. The modern approach, the better way, is rolling cycle counts. You count a small number of items every single day. This causes minimal disruption, it catches errors right as they happen, and it keeps your data continuously accurate. The goal here is to prevent errors at their source by building discipline at every single checkpoint. So at receiving, you enforce scanning the second that stock hits the dock. For put away, you create simple, standardized rules for where everything goes, no exceptions. During picking, you require a scan to confirm the right item is being pulled. And finally, you create a dedicated area and a strict process just for returns, so they don't get lost in the shuffle and become ghost stock later. Okay, so you've put all these new processes in place, but how do you actually know if they're working? You've heard the saying, right? You can't manage what you don't measure. It is time to keep score. And listen, this isn't about blaming people. It's about holding the process accountable. You need clear, simple metrics, KPIs, to track your progress and to spot new problems before they get out of hand. So what are you aiming for? What does good even look like? Well, the industry standard for excellent inventory accuracy is 98% or higher. That should be your target. It's a clear, tangible goal that your entire team can get behind and rally around. So, how do you get to that 98%? You track a few key things. Your main metric, of course, is that overall inventory accuracy percentage. But you also want to monitor your cycle count accuracy. Are you finding fewer and fewer errors over time? That's a great sign. You should also track stockouts caused by ghost stock because that directly measures the pain your customers are feeling. And finally, use root cause reports. Every time there's an error, log where it happened. This will quickly show you which part of your process is the hotspot and needs more attention. We've covered the problem, the immediate fixes, the long-term system, and how to measure it. So let's bring this all together for the ultimate takeaway. What's the one thing you really need to remember? This right here is the most important part. Most stock inaccuracies aren't a technology problem. They are a process and a discipline problem. You can go out and buy the fanciest software in the world, but at the end of the day, it's just a tool. The real secret to stock accuracy is a culture of discipline and a rock-solid commitment to following the process every single time. And that leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Right now, in your operation, is your inventory data an asset that helps you make smart, profitable decisions? Or is it a liability filled with ghosts that are causing chaos and costing you money every single day? The choice, and the power to fix it, is all yours.